going to work on how to improve speaking skills with online learners. Yeah, sorry, I will tutor. Sorry, I will turn on my camera. Okay, good morning, dear colleagues. I'm really happy to be with you in this space. We're going to divide this workshop in two parts. The first part is going to, and we're going to talk about some strategies and why it's important to teach or to work with speaking skills, considering online environments. Probably, in most of the cases, yeah, we we keep in mind that we should work with listening skills. In many cases, we prepare some activities. For example, in our STTs, we provide students with opportunities to practice, but in some cases, we forget it. And in some cases, probably we focus more on grammar, vocabulary, or reading, and we forget how to deal with speaking activities. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to work today on how to improve your speaking skills, and then we're going to have two practice activities, right? Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to discuss together about the importance of teaching speaking. We're going to discuss again as well some strategies for teaching skills or for developing speaking skills with our students. And we're going to have two practical activities and then some conclusions based on this activity. Okay, before we continue, I would like you to share with us why do you consider important the teaching of speaking? What do you think? What can you share with us? Is it important? It is not important. I would like to listen to you before I move in the explanation or in the tips that I was looking for to share with you. What do you consider? What do you think? You can raise your hand and then you can share with us your insights about teaching speaking, if it's important, or you can tell me, no, it's not important for me. I prefer to work on vocabulary, grammar, writing, and that's all. Okay, Diana, morning.
Morning, everyone. Thank you, Teacher Diana. Well, I
Okay.
consider it is important because it is like the main way to communicate. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it is very necessary for that reason. That's what I think. That's what I consider about speaking, about teaching speaking, and of course the other skills as well. But definitely, it is a very important thing we have to keep in mind when we're teaching English as a second language.
Okay, very good. It's really important. In many cases, our students want to practice, but in some cases, they feel like shy or they feel not comfortable. They feel like I'm going to have mistakes, and that is the goal that we can provide them with a good space for practicing. Okay, very good, Dormita. Skills, yeah, communication, yeah, for traveling, for example. In the case we have students that, for example, we have students that live in the US. They need to improve their English or not, their communicative, their oral skills. Okay. Another reason that you can share with us about why it's important to work with speaking skills or why it's important to teach speaking. If we, okay, when we work in speaking skills, we reflect and we integrate all the contents or not. For example, in the case of describing a daily routine, we involve grammar, vocabulary, what else? We involve different activities or not. For example, when our students have to prepare a speaking task, in a speaking, we involve grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, intonation, pitch, stress, word stress, or not. In a speaking activity, we integrate all of the things we are working with them in the classroom or not. In the case of we can teach online lessons or not. What do you think, dear colleagues? Yes, no? Okay, Normita, what do you think?
Okay, good morning to everyone.
Morning.
I think at the end of the day, the most used skill is speaking. I mean,
Yeah.
many people communicate, yes, texting, doing or writing emails maybe, but most of the people they communicate by phone, I don't know, in videos or whatever.
Yeah.
So they use more speaking for
Yeah.
communicating.
Yeah. Totally agree with you, Normita. They use speaking all the time. For example, in order to have a video call, for example, students who are working when they need to present results, when they need to talk to a CEO, or just in case they have friends living abroad and they need to communicate in English. That's why speaking is one of the most important skills. Okay, very good. What about why teaching speaking in online environments? We have three reasons that we can consider when teaching speaking in these kind of scenarios. Number one, we have our students have the opportunity to get a comprehensible input, yeah, where they can keep in contact with, yeah, in face-to-face lessons, we provide them with videos, with audios, but in the case of online lessons, we can use the specific video. For example, YouTube videos, we can use well, materials from 6 Minute English, yeah, and BBC resources, and students can take care of, for example, the pronunciation, the movement of the mouth, for example. We can, for example, stop the videos and ask our students what they are watching, what they can identify or not. What do you think about comprehensible input? What do you think, dear colleagues? Agree, disagree? What can you tell us about it?
I think there are stages when learning a foreign language. So at the beginning, when they are in A1, A2, they need a very comprehensible input, you know,
Yeah.
maybe the speed and well, the kind of vocabulary and all that. And through time, you have to include these normal conversations, different accents, and all that.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree with you, Lumita. Okay, very good. Something that is really important, and after the pandemic situation, it's about tackling tech. Yeah, for all of us in A, B, or C form, we had some difficulties managing technology or not. For example, for some of us, it was really difficult to learn how to deal with Teams or not when we were 2020, 2021, it was a pain in the neck or not managing teams, or in the case of Zoom or platforms, it was a little bit difficult. So teaching speaking in online spaces, we have the chance to tackle um, technology. Yeah. Another aspect that it's important is when we record our lessons and we can review what our students did. Yeah. In face-to-face lessons, yeah, we record, we pay attention, we make notes about our students' performance. But in this case, when we are working in online lessons, we record the lesson, we can review it, and then we can identify, in this part of the class, our students had some mistakes. We can work on this. We can consider implementing new strategies, new activities to highlight probably more the improvement opportunities that our students have. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree about the availability of lessons in online environments? What do you think? What do you think,
Sorry,
dear colleagues?
sorry,
For
Diana.
example, don't worry, Normita.
Can you make the presentation bigger?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
Thank you.
course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And for example, available lessons we were discussing about. Yeah. In face-to-face lessons, we make notes. Yeah. About our students' performance in speaking. With online classes, we can record and then we can review and we can identify better our students' mistakes. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What can you tell us? What do you say, my dear colleagues? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What can you tell us?
Well, I think recording is a good tool, but
Yeah.
sometimes you need to evaluate like in real time. I mean,
Yeah.
to take rid of time.
Yeah.
So you have to use other techniques
Yeah.
to take notes or whatever in real time to have the data to evaluate, to
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah. To provide the students with a good feedback. Yeah.
Yes, and give
Yeah.
feedback immediately.
Yeah, immediately because yeah, in many cases they ask you, okay, teacher, how was it? Was I did I have many mistakes? What can I improve? It's really nice when you are working and your students ask you that having a good feedback. Yeah. You can see that the student is interested. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Let's continue. Okay, here I want to share with you some strategies that can be.
Yolanda was
Ah,
raising the
sorry,
hand.
sorry. Okay, sorry. Yolanda, what about you? Dear Yolanda, good morning. Yolanda, good morning. Yolanda, we can't. Okay, you can type. Don't worry. Okay. Okay,
That
Yolanda.
computer has problems with the sound.
Yeah, she had some problems. Okay, if you want to type, okay, don't worry. Now, I would like to share with us some strategies that we can use even for us in order to continue practicing. If not, we can give or we can share with our students some of these tips for improving the speaking skills, considering online lessons. Okay. I recommend you first. I recommend you this web page, Education First. You can find lots of activities as well. You can find examples of international tests for certification, in which you can find exercises, reading, writing, listening, speaking, and as well, for example, if you want to recommend the student a certification test, yeah, before paying IELTS or TOEFL, here we have certifications for free, the four skills, an hour and a half. You can find lots of resources here in Education First. Okay, here we have some tips that we can use as for continuing practicing and then with our students. For example, the idea is that our students can speak all the time. Yeah, that we can provide them with a good space in our lessons to practice and to, okay, they have mistakes, of course they are going to have mistakes. The issue is that they have the chance to practice. Yeah, as we were discussing at the beginning, students don't have spaces enough in some cases for practicing, but if we give them the chance, they will be happy. Okay, what about conversations? Well, when we are presenting or when we have like a panel or something, like, we can reflect, was I wrong? What I did, what I can improve. We can reflect about what we did. Okay, in that part I had a mistake. I can work in it. In this part, I forgot a word, so we can reflect on how we use the language and then what kind of mistakes we had. Yeah, this is really fun and it's really useful with our students. Listen and read. For example, when we work with listening activities, we can work with them, listening and provide them with the subtitles for following the audio and the text at the same time. Yeah, this is a good strategy for motivating our students to develop and to practice speaking skills. For example, movies with subtitles, listening to music, or karaoke activities also, they are really powerful for our students. Oh, cheat sheets. All the time we have our sheets or not. We know we're humans. We prepare our lessons, we prepare our panels, but in some cases we need some papers with information, with keywords or key ideas. You can prepare those cheat sheets, yeah, in order to have better opportunities to speak. Okay, pick up the phone. For example, in spaces like this, yeah, and when we have the chance to talk to the phone, it's a wonderful space for practicing speaking. Yeah, through the phone, you connect the speaking and listening, or not. What do you think about these first 5 strategies? What do you think, dear colleagues? Do you agree? Have you used some of these strategies in the classroom? What can you tell us about those 5 strategies? No, nothing. Nothing. Okay, Juliana, what about you?
I totally agree with you. I think these strategies help a lot, not only me as a teacher to handle the class, but also for them because it is important for them to, lose that fear of making mistakes. And as we already mentioned before, speaking is basically everything in a conversation. So I totally agree with this.
Yeah, in many cases, our students can feel like afraid, like scared about practicing speaking. They feel like, okay, teacher, I'm really good in writing, in reading, but I'm the worst in speaking. Probably they don't feel confident enough to practice. Yeah, that is the goal, that we can use those kind of strategies to give them the chance to improve. Okay, Leonor, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, in my case, at this moment, I'm working with kids
Yeah. How
because
is the
I'm the
experience?
leader of not English kids. So it's a different experience because
Yeah.
the idea is to emphasize in speaking with children. And I
Yeah.
can do it because I have 2 sections, 2 virtual sections on during the week, and on Saturday we practice with them. So we have the opportunity to talk with them, to learn, and we can see the process and everything with them. So
Yeah.
that's different because with the students at the university, they don't want to talk. You know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, it
prefer
happens.
other things instead of talking. So, for example, for me, it's important. This is important for me. All these
Yeah.
strategies are good for me because I am emphasizing in that in speaking. But
Cool.
of course, they need to learn the grammar because when they arrive to the university, some of them present the exam, their level,
Yeah.
and the exam, and they say, okay, uh, when they are speaking, they are good. In reading, they are good, but in grammar, they are not good.
Yeah.
So I
Of
have to
course, it
emphasize in
happens.
that. Yeah, most of the time they can't write sentences. They can do it. So I have to emphasize in that. But I need to emphasize all this, all the abilities, all the skills. They have to speak, they have to write and read and listen.
Yeah.
All the time I'm practicing with all of them, but these strategies are good for me because I am emphasizing in that. I don't know, I'm not sure with the students at the university because the students at the university, they don't want to talk.
Yeah. They're really or shy, or
And
they
they
don't
need
like, or they hate speaking.
exactly, they need to talk,
It's a
but
must. Yeah.
they don't understand that. So for the students at the university, I think that it's a problem with that because they don't want, they don't try, they don't
Yeah.
make an effort to do it.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and
Totally agree
that
with you,
with
Leonor.
children it's different because they want to, and they enjoy talking. They enjoy when they are preparing their video, when they are preparing their activities, their task. They enjoy that, and I would like that the other students continue doing that. But when they arrive to high school, that
Yeah.
we lost that.
And they love
I,
it.
I,
The
I
kids
lose that.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had experience with the students at school for many years, and I can see that. In primary, they loved, but when they arrive to high school, they don't want to continue practicing English. Hmm.
Yeah, we don't know because of the age of the adolescents. We don't know, but it happens. They
Yeah,
when they are kids, they enjoy it, and they
yeah,
feel like strange when you, for example, some words or they start making sentences. They feel like strange, but they enjoy it. And
yeah,
in secondary, no, it's a mess.
yeah.
Totally agree with you, Leonor.
They are discovering all the time and enjoying all the time. For that reason, I prefer kids.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Leonard. Thanks a lot for sharing with us your experience. Very good. Okay, all right, yes. Let's continue with other three strategies. The last one I love the most because it's what we should do all the time we are learning. Okay. Strategy number 6, it works a lot. For example, when we have to prepare a presentation, a panel, whatever, we record our voice. It works because you can listen to yourself and then you can say, I can improve this word, or I can connect better this idea. I can use connectors. Yeah, for these reasons, it's very good when you record your voice. For example, 1 or 2 minutes, not too long. Yeah, you can record your voice and then you say, for the first time, I failed in pronouncing this word. I can improve it. The second time, you can do better, and so on. For example, this exercise works a lot when you are preparing your speaking part of the IELTS. Yeah, this is the exercise that I love the most. Yeah, when we prepare our listening or our speaking task, it's really good. Here, learn phrases rather than single words. We should. Yeah, it would be very nice if our students should learn phrases, idioms, expressions, and they can use in a specific context. For example, oh, it's a pain in the neck. Yeah, it should be nice. And finally, the last one, have fun. It's the most important part to give our students confidence enough to have mistakes, yeah, and to provide them with a good environment. As we discussed, as Juliana said, our students feel like scared, afraid about speaking activities, and if we give them the chance to improve, yeah, and they enjoy, they and us enjoy, it will be very nice. Okay, my dear colleagues, how is this part? Funny, not funny, interesting? How is it? Have we worked on this before? Did we know this? Okay, very good, Dormita. Okay, now let's practice. We're going to have the moment to practice with 2 activities that are really nice at the moment of practicing speaking skills. Okay, very good. So we have activity number 1. Have you seen these activities before, or have you heard about this test before? TOEIC test, TOEIC international test. Yes, no. This is a test for commercial, yeah, people. Yeah, this is a test. This is similar to IELTS TOEFL. It's valid. It's cheaper. Yeah, but for example, people who work with banks, they can present this test. Yeah, it's really easy. It's this TOEIC. It's accepted. It's really easy to present. Yeah, and I choose 2 activities. Yeah, for working with you. Number one, the idea is that we can read this paragraph. I'm going to increase the, oh, sorry. Okay, okay. Here, the idea is that we can read this paragraph in 45 seconds, okay? What we are going to do, we're going to prepare, we're going to have a minute to prepare this reading, and then the goal is that 2 of us can read this text in 45 seconds. Do you accept the challenge? What do you say? Yes? Okay, very good. I'm going to take care of the time. Yeah. I'm going to tell you how was it. Okay, so we're going to have a minute to prepare this reading. Okay, all of us, including me, we're going to prepare the reading, and then I hope that 2 of you can read this paragraph in 45 seconds. Ready? Okay, so we're going to have a minute to prepare this reading. Okay, we're going to have the minute to prepare this.
Pues en el aula de es que son grupos nuevos y que no, pero digamos con los que no sean del aula de porque es que ahí no sabemos si
¿Cuántas lenguas hablan?
Sí, vamos a hacer una cosa. Voy a moverme un poquito. Dame un segundito, ya me muevo. Listo, ya retomamos. Okay, dear colleagues. Okay, now it's better? Yeah. Yeah. Ahora sí ya se escucha un poco mejor, ya no hay tanta interferencia.
Muchísimo mejor.
Yes, okay. Okay, very good. So, are we ready for reading this text in 45 seconds?
Let's give it a try.
Yes. Okay, don't worry. This is an activity. We're going to enjoy it. Okay, I will. Okay, Okay, chronometer. Okay, who's going to start? Edilberto?
Yeah, I can try.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. This is an activity for fun. Okay, we can just sit with our students. They will enjoy it. Okay, ready,
Okay.
Edilberto? Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
If you are shopping, sightseeing, and running around every minute, your vacation can seem like hard work. To avoid vacation stress, come to Blue Valley Inn on a beautiful Lake Mead. While staying at our inn, you'll breathe clean country air as you view spectacular sights. With the spacious rooms, swimming pool, and many outdoor activities, the inn is the perfect place for a vacation you won't forget. The Blue Valley Inn prides itself on the personal attention it provides to every guest. The Blueberry motto has always been, a happy guest is our greatest treasure.
Okay, very good. 30 seconds. Very good, Edilberto. 30 seconds. Oh, congrats. Very
I like the
good.
activity. Thank you. I like it.
Yeah, this kind of activities, I mean, students enjoy it and you prepare and you feel like a challenge. Yeah, this is a challenge. Yeah, and it's really nice because, yeah, you prepare, you read, you take into account a pronunciation, you identify new words or not. Very good, Edilberto. Who's next? Normita, ready?
Okay, let's try.
Okay.
I have to tell you
Normita.
that my speed in English is as mine in Spanish. So I'm
Don't
very slow.
worry. Don't worry, Normita. It's just an activity for fun. We are colleagues. We're enjoying this
Okay.
activity. Okay? 1, 2, and 3.
If you're shopping, sightseeing, and running around every minute, your vacation can seem like hard work. To avoid vacation stress, come to the Blue Valley Inn on beautiful Lake Mead. While staying in our inn, you'll breathe clean country air as you view spectacular sights. With its spacious rooms, swimming pool, and many outdoor activities, the inn is the perfect place for a vacation you won't forget. The Blue Valley Inn prides itself on the personal attention it provides to every guest. The Blue Valley motto has always been, a happy guest is our greatest treasure. Sorry.
34 seconds. Very good, Normita. Very good. I don't know if you are a wonderful teacher. Hey, 35 seconds. Very good, Normita. Excellent. Very good. Congratulations. Very good. Okay, somebody else? Somebody else? Another wonderful teacher that is going to have the risk? No? No. Okay. So with this activity, we can work with our students. Number one, pronunciation. Number two, fluency or not. Yeah. And as well, we can give them the opportunity to recognize new vocabulary. Yeah. In many cases, our students feel like upset, yeah, or like they are shy or they feel afraid because they don't have vocabulary enough. So with this kind of activities, by reading, they can identify new vocabulary to incorporate in their speech. Okay, did you enjoy this activity? Was it easy for you? You can use it with our students.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. And for example, we can have a contest among us or not. The teacher that reads this in 20 seconds has a, I don't know, a burger or not. In our different sets or not. Probably. We can suggest to our some leaders to have contests like this. Okay, very good. We're going to have a second activity. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, it is not about reading. It is about preparing a description of a picture. Okay, here what we are going to do. Okay, do you have this picture? Can you look at my picture on my screen?
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Yeah? Sorry. Okay, very good. What is the goal? I will give you a minute and a half to prepare a complete description of this picture. And you're going to have a minute and a half to describe. Yeah? What is the goal of this activity? Number one, to apply grammar, vocabulary that you are able to give as many details as you can from this picture. Yeah, this is one of the exercises that examiners in international tests love the most because in this kind of exercises we have the opportunity to apply everything we have learned and applied. Yeah, we have gotten, sorry. Yeah, in all the years of learning and practicing, this is a really wonderful activity for practicing speaking. Yeah, our students like it. Yeah, but in the case of students, they say, okay, I see a man, a human, fruits, umbrella, and that's all. Yeah, the idea is to motivate them. Yeah, okay, but what about, for example, this kid? What about the sandals? Or what about the type of fruits? What about the clothes of the man and so on? Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a minute and a half to prepare the description. And then the goal is that 2 or 3 teachers can describe this picture with a lot of details. Is it clear, dear colleagues? Is it clear for you? The instruction about preparing a description of this picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. So we're going to have a minute and a half, okay, to prepare the description. Then I would like that 2 or 3 teachers can describe the picture in a minute and a half. The goal is that I can interrupt you, that I can say, okay, let's stop. Yeah, it's really important. For example, when we present IELTS test, it's really nice when the examiner stops us, when they say, okay, please. Yeah, when you, for example, finish before the examiner stops you, it's really bad. Okay, so we're going to have a minute and a half to prepare the description. Let's go. Ready? Okay, a minute more. Okay, very good. So, okay, time is over. Are we ready for describing the picture? Hello, dear colleagues, are we ready? Edilberto, are you ready? Remember, it's a minute and a half, and this is just an activity for fun. Yeah. The goal is that we can learn together. For me, these are cool learning spaces. Yeah, I enjoy when I have the opportunity to learn with you. Yeah, this is a cool learning space. This is just an activity for fun. So, who is going to be the first teacher? Who's going to be the first? Yeah. I totally agree with you, Normita. Yeah, that is the type of activities. Yeah, our students can feel afraid. Yeah, because they say, as I told you at the beginning, the description is our students' description is like, okay, a man, a woman, fruits, some bricks, and no more. They don't give details enough. Yeah, that's why I want to do, or I planned this workshop for us as students, as we can feel probably we can feel our students emotions. Yeah, that's why I planned this workshop with a practice activity like this. Okay, so are you ready? Who's going to be the first?
Yes, I like it. Yes, I
Yeah.
think we as teachers
Yeah.
have to try to encourage students to do it in real time, to try
Yeah,
to
course.
give it a try.
Yeah.
To take the vocabulary they know they have, they can use and all that.
Yeah, that is the goal. That's why I planned. Yeah, very good, Juliana. Yeah, that is the goal, that they feel comfortable. I mean, I planned this activity because we are teachers, yeah. But for example, with our students, as Juliana said, for example, describe the picture, record the voice, and they can work in small groups. Then they can do in front of the class. Yeah. For example, we can divide a speaking lesson in different activities. For example, number one, what did you see first? Questions, like questions in order to engage them. What do you see? For example, okay, what do you see? For example, a woman, a man, bananas, umbrella, probably a kid, probably another woman, probably apples or carrots or whatever. But yes, okay, first we identify this. Second, the idea is that you can identify more details. Okay, I can see bricks. Probably it's a supermarket, or probably it's a big building. Yeah, that they can predict. Yeah, you know that predictive activities foster our students' imagination, and then they can develop better speaking activities or not. Yeah. Yeah. Very good, Juliana. Okay, Edilberto, ready?
I can try. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I really love this type of activities. I really love them.
Yeah, because that is as I said before, this is a co-learning space or a practice space. Yeah. In many cases, we forget. For example, we are really busy in this. For example, assessing our students' tasks. Yeah, doing different things, and we in some cases forget, and it's natural. Don't worry. That is the goal of these spaces for you to practice. Okay. Okay, cool, Edilberto. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go.
Okay, so as I can see here, so we have a picture in black and white. So I guess that is similar to most common markets here in Colombia because we have the same essence, no? You can see, well, maybe the picture is in black and white, but you can imagine the colors, you can imagine the smells, and you can imagine the sound around you, the people walking, people everywhere. So we can see here, or I can imagine, because as I said it before, the picture is in black and white, so I can imagine the tomatoes, maybe red, maybe green peppers, maybe cabbage. I can imagine the smell of the bananas and the people is around the fruits and vegetables because they are looking for the same sense or smell. I can imagine the potatoes, the onions. So I really like it. So as you can see here, so we have four people in the middle and one kid. I am not really or totally sure if that is a woman, well, if that is a girl or is a boy. They were dressed casually, no? You can see that they are wearing maybe jeans, t-shirts, maybe a jacket. They are walking around. There is a woman carrying a cloth bag, maybe filled with veggies. I don't know. The man is looking for a bunch of bananas. The kid is probably maybe trying to pick some grapes or maybe some strawberries. Is suspecting what is happening around them. The mom, the person that is next to this person, maybe is logging because he's trying to steal something. And there is another man that is on the left side. We can see it, but I suppose that he's eating something totally different.
Stop. Okay, very
I'm
good, very
sorry.
good, excellent. That is the goal, Edilberto, and all of our colleagues. When we are going to present our test, our international test, if the examiner interrupts you, yeah, that is the goal. Very good, Edilberto, a complete description. Yeah, very good. Normita, are you ready?
Well, I'm not going to describe the picture. The teacher
Alright.
did an excellent job with that. I just wanted to include something else about the
Sure.
speaking part, but especially when we as teachers are evaluating the speaking, how to correct it or how to evaluate. Well, maybe we know the different features we take into account when evaluating speaking, but I have seen that sometimes we as teachers don't think about the level of the student. I mean, in the description, if it is an A1 or A2 level, what do we expect from the student to say? Because some people or some teachers say, no, 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 in speaking, not very good because he made mistakes or whatever, or this or that. No, we have to consider the level of the student when evaluating. Making a mistake doesn't mean that the student is not fluent. And well, thinking about fluency, thinking about other aspects of speaking. And I was thinking about mistakes, when to correct mistakes. I think it's not good to interrupt when someone is speaking to correct the mistake. Maybe to take notes and do it at the end of the speech or well, that kind of things. I don't know what you think about that. And
Totally agree. Yeah, Normita, I totally agree. Yeah, in many cases, we as teachers, we forget or we don't care about the level of our students. Yeah, many cases we had that mistake, including me. I accept that. In many cases, we say we evaluate like A1 students, similar to B1 student, and we forget that. Yeah, it's something that we should take into account. It is not the same to evaluate the student that is starting learning process, that is just acquiring vocabulary, that is reinforcing grammar, that he or she is just giving the first steps learning, and different from a B1 student that has a wonderful level, structures, grammar, fluency, pronunciation, and so on. And as I agree with Normita, that we should make notes, take notes, and then not to interrupt the student because probably he prepared, he memorized, and then at the end we interrupted and he forgot everything. I consider that about feedback, we should provide the students with feedback at the end. Yeah, you can say you had positive aspects. However, we can improve this, and that. Yeah, it will be very productive for our students. Okay, how did you feel in the activity? How did you feel? Yeah, in the activity, in the two practice activities. Did you feel like students' emotions? Like you feel like afraid or probably worried are probably nervous about doing the activities. I think that yes, all of us, including me, or not. What did you feel, Alberto?
I was thinking about it. Yeah, you can feel anxious and you can feel nervous because well, on this opportunity I am in front of professionals, so
Yeah.
you don't want to make a mistake, but sometimes it happened. And taking into account what Professor Norma was saying, yeah, sometimes yes, you need to consider the picture, but the really big strategy or tip maybe for teachers or evaluators is the vocabulary. So maybe if you are A1 or A2 and you're describing this picture, so you can identify the vocabulary. So, and that is obviously a huge difference with a B2 or C1. So you can use the same resource. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can use the same resource. Yeah, of course. We are listening to you.
Yeah, you can use the same resource. So the only difference is the vocabulary. So I had the opportunity to meet a person that was working for the British Council, and he used to tell me that it's really easy when you listen to the candidate. Maybe in the first or 2 minutes, you identify what is the level. And I said, really? 1 and 2 minutes? Yes, because if you notice the linkers, the collocations, the phrasal verbs, the expression, the attitude, even the pauses, it says. So all of these aspects, as evaluators, give us the strategies in order to say you are A2 or B1, and sometimes you can generalize the overviews or maybe the suggestions for the candidate. You can say, okay, practice this with these linkers, take into account the punctuation marks and etc. But I really love these activities and I thank you. I appreciate it. I really love it.
Okay, very good. Okay, as final conclusions, we can say that first, speaking, it's really important to teach and to work with our students, given that here we involve grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency, wing. This is I call it complete activity. Yeah. And the number two, it's really important to think about how to use the materials. As Norma and Edilberto said, we can have the material, but the challenge is to plan the activities according to the student's level. Yeah. For example, we can use this picture for working with A1, either B1 students. Yeah. And the most important thing, to provide the students with a good feedback. Yeah. As Normita said, yeah, that we don't interrupt them, that we can take notes from their mistakes, and then that we can use the correct words for giving them the opportunities to improve. Yeah. Okay, dear colleagues, in the chat I share with you the attendance link for you to register, yeah, and to assess. Thank you very much for being here. I am really happy when I have these spaces with you. My name is Diana Diaz. I'm here at HAC, Zona Centro, Bogotá, Cundinamarca. If you need something, you can look for me in Teams, and then I can support you. Thanks for being here and have a wonderful day. Professor Guillermo, I give you the chance to, if you are going to close this workshop, please. Hey, Carlos. Carlos Darío, hello.
Hello. Okay, I want
Hello.
to thank you to all of you for this presentation. It was
Yeah.
a great experience. Every day we learn more
Yeah.
and more. Thank you very much.
Okay, very good, dear colleagues. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful day. Sorry. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. And I hope to see you in another opportunity. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, dear colleagues. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.